Hello, my wonderful friends. How are you? I hope that you are doing well. I am Kelly. Welcome to my channel. And today I am going to be talking about my for sure reading plans for the month of October, my pile of possibilities. Man, the bugs are talking to me this evening. So I am just going to get right to it. First of all, I'm going to talk about what I'll be reading for VICTOBER. Now, Tiffany from Beautiful Minutia and Novel Idea and Chrissy's Purple Library are hosting a read-along of Charles Spurgeon's The Beatitudes. If you know me, you know that I absolutely adore Charles Spurgeon, so I'm going to do my very best to be participatory in this read-along. I have not read a Charles Spurgeon that I did not love. I just finished another one, All of Grace with Novel Idea, which I'll talk more about, of course, in my September wrap-up, but I read one and I'm like, oh, this is my favorite one. And then I read another one and I'm like, oh no, this one's my favorite one. So that's how it works with me and Spurgeon. All right, another wonderful plan for VICTOBER is finishing up what we have started in September, which is reading North and South with Bethany Brings Books, An Old American Spirit. This is an Elizabeth Gaskell classic, and it is about a young lady named Margaret whose father is a pastor who starts having some doubts, and so he has to resign his post because of that, and he moves her and her mother from their beautiful country home that is very simple, but to the north where there are factories and it's smoggy and it's much different. And I think she sees the struggle of life in a different way. And of course, her father is employed as a tutor. She meets a gentleman, and I am loving it so far. We are enjoying it together. I know Bethany has read it before. I unfortunately was accidentally introduced to the series, the television series first. So I know pretty much what is going to happen, but it's better to, of course, read the book first. But I didn't know when I saw the show many years ago that it was an Elizabeth Gaskell book. So there you have it. And if we read that, and we'll probably start Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, which I've read several times before. I know that Old American Spirit has read it, but I don't think Bethany has. So those are my for sure plans for VICTOBER. If I have time, I might pick up Dickens or a Wilkie Collins book, but that's all I am for sure reading. All right, and now some fall reads that I will be enjoying one is Dark of Night. This is the second book in a Colleen Coble series that Christy and I read together in September, and in this series, we have a park ranger who has recently become a widow. She's raising her daughter by herself. At the same time, she lost her parents. And there's a mystery for her sister disappearing in the past. And there were some things that all came together. She had a friend from the past that had been more than a friend, actually, show up back in her life. And some mysteries have been solved, but not all of them. And so there's a lot more to the story that we are going to explore together in this book. I love reading with Chrissy. And then it was funny because we had talked about, at first, the last book, Chrissy and I weren't sure if we were going to enjoy it. And so I, just in case, checked out a couple of books I knew she had from Libby. And one of those was Jamie Joan Wright's Premonition of Wither's Farm. And Jamie Jo Wright, she writes suspense, thriller, romance from a Christian perspective. So I decided to just keep that one and read it in October because I always enjoy her stuff. And then I will read, if I have time, I want to read the second book in this wonderful series that I started last month that has a young lady who she is secretly a mystery writer, and she discovers that some of her family secretly protects dragons. And so this is Drake Hall, and it is by Christina Baer. I really loved the first book in the series, and so I'm hoping the second one will be just as good. Then for my book club, I theoretically really like thrillers. Sometimes thrillers have content that I'm uncomfortable with, though. So for my book club, I'm going to read, and this is for Denmark, The Chestnut Man by Soren, I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name, author, Soren Sveistrup, perhaps. I hope I'm saying that correctly, or at least close. And so this is a murder mystery where there are chestnut dolls left at the scene with the victim. So we'll see how I get along with it. I'm not afraid to DNF a book, even if it is for a book club, if it's just not working for me at all. And then for family reads, so we've started and we'll probably finish sometime in October, George Macdonald's The Princess and the Goblin, and I've been reading this aloud to my kids, and this is the first read for me and them, and we're loving it so far. One of my kids has definite theories about what is going on with the goblins and such, so that's very fun. Then we're also started and we'll finish sometime in October, Lemony Snicket's the first book, which is Bad Beginnings, and I think most people know what this is about, but we have 3 children that have been orphaned, and their guardian is the weirdest, strangest, meanest guy, and things just are going wrong. They have bad luck. It's written in a very funny way. All right, and then we probably get through those pretty early on. So there's 2 other possibilities that we might start. One is a book that I saw the movie of first. This is a theme as a child on the Disney Channel. And the other one is also a book that I saw the movie first as a child on the Disney Channel. And the first one is The Neverending Story. Can you guys believe I have never read this? So just ultimate fun fantasy children's story. Loved the movie as a kid. I'm sure the book, as usual, is going to be even better. And that is by Michael Ende. And then we might instead, depending on time, read The Wolves of Willoughby Chase. And I saw that movie first on the Disney Channel too when I was a kid. So The Wolves of Willoughby Chase, this is kind of like an alternate story of London if there were wolves. And we have, people that are disrespectful to children and evil people, and the children are overcoming this. And who's the author of that again? Joan Aiken. So those are the possibilities and definite TBR items that I will be reading in the month of October. I hope that everyone's fall off is off to an amazing start, and let me know what you're going to be reading. Are you participating in VICTOBER? Do you have any fun fall reads planned? Leave it down in the comments, and I hope that you read a lot. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.